everyone. Welcome to another session of SEO Monitor's webinars. This time, sorry, I forgot to present. I'm Maria Tunatescu, and I'm happy to be with all of you here today. This time, we'll be having as our specialist to guide us through the SEO domain, GJ Bramer. He's one of our most valued specialists that we have up our sleeves. We've been we've been happy to see him also in one of our events here in Romania as a speaker. He's a Google advisor and a very good one at it. Hopefully you're going to enjoy all of his insights. As always, remember your questions. You can raise your hands or just type the questions in the cap section and on your right or on your left, depending where you located the window from the GoToWebinar. Anything else? Just even if you have questions afterwards, you can always write us or directly to GJ Bramer on Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn. Just feel free to use social media to reach out to us. Everybody enjoy, and see you at the end of the webinar. I'm just going to switch quickly the presenters mode to GJ and let everyone enjoy. Perfect.
Okay, thank you, Maria, for your introduction. Is my screen available for everybody? If not,
yes,
show you raise your hand. Okay?
Yes, perfect.
All right, let's go. I think I'll need about 20 minutes, let's say half an hour, and perhaps you have some questions. Be free to ask them. I would love to have some interaction, but we'll see what we can make of this short presentation. In this webinar, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm going to tell you about why you should educate your customer. I should tell you a little bit of how you could do this. I hope to have some Q&A, and we'll finish up with some takeaways as far as I'm concerned. So I hope you will take away some ideas, advices, etc., whatever. About myself, I've already been introduced. I'm in Holland. I'm working for all kinds of companies, big or smaller, in the region, international, depends on what comes across. I do a lot of presenting all over Holland, sometimes abroad. I do a lot of teaching. I love telling people how to make things going. I've got a large international network, one of the judges of the European Search Awards, etc., etc., etc. Why does it matter to educate your customer? First, if you come across your customers, it doesn't matter what kind of customers you are, what kind of industry you are, but SEO in this special case, if your client is comfortable and comfortable enough to make you feel good, and you've got all the problems and all the possibilities to ask questions, to get in touch, to really get to know each other, that's a very good starting point. You know, it's quite easy to start talking to your client, and after half an hour, especially in our branch, it's very easy to lose your clients because they don't have a clue what you're talking about in general, I mean. So it's make your client feel it easy. That makes the work a lot easier. It also helps you with your pricing. If your client knows what you're doing, and they understand what you're doing and how you're doing it, they understand why you price what you are charging them, and that makes it a lot easier if they have to pay or there are everything, there's something wrong. And it tells about your quality. If you can tell your client, show your quality to your clients, it's a lot easier to get in touch with them and to get things done. One of the things you have to keep in mind that at this moment you can say customer experience that has overtaken price and product, as a key brand differentiator. So the experience of customers, you can say that in your business, you can say that online, you can say that everywhere. The customer experience is so important nowadays. So if you are on the right track with the customer, that's good for you, that's good for your customer. And certainly in our environment as SEO, it's so changing so fast. A lot of people, a lot of geeks are running around, no offense, but it really is that way. So be sure you are on the same level, on the same wavelength with your customers. It builds trust both ways. The customer gets to know you, he trusts you, you know your customer, and you know what to expect from your customer, and you know what you can expect from him, how to work together, and how to work together in a profitable way. As I told before, it makes business easier, life in general, it makes it easier if you're on the same wavelength. And yeah, the same is all it's all the same with age differences. For instance, I had a guy who would work for me. He was a developer. He did beautiful stuff, but he couldn't get connected to his customer one day. And there was an older guy. He was in running a firm, but the age difference was so huge. So he asked me to come with him and to level with his customer so that he could do his job. So it's quite important to be at the same level. And about educating your customer, it's about helps you pricing. I've got a nice story. I don't know the exact story, but I've written it down a few years ago. There was this American guy who went to Japan, and he came across a guy in an atelier or something of a studio. And this Japanese guy was painting all kinds of beautiful stuff, you know, all the Japanese signs, etc., etc. It was beautiful. So the American stood there, and yeah, he was very impressed. And then he spoke to the Japanese guy, and he said, "Well, this and this, I want you to make a logo out of my for my business, so I can show off in my own country with this beautiful logo." And that would make me very happy. So they agreed upon a price, and they went apart and they talked. They said, "Well, let's meet in a week, and then I'll show you what I've done." Well, after a week, the American came back to the Japanese guy, and I said, "Well, I'm here for my logo or for my signs." And the Japanese artist said, "Okay." And he sat down and took a large foil of paper, and he wrote down this beautiful animation, this beautiful thing. And in 5 or 10 minutes it was ready, and he handed it over to the American. And the American said, "Well, okay, it's beautiful, nothing about it, but I think it's a lot of money." And the Japanese guy, he stood up, walked towards the cupboard, he opened the cupboard, and there were all kinds of books and stuff and all kinds of information of all the things he learned over the years. And the American just nodded, paid the Japanese guy his money, and he left. So if you understand each other, if you know what the trouble you've been doing to get where you are, it makes it better to do business. How to educate your customers. Use simple terms, no jargon. Especially in our business, it's about SEM, SEA, content, CTR, CPMs, all kinds of terms. So explain it to your customers. It's not everybody is on the same level as you are, so try to be as specific as possible. Tell people what they can expect from you in their own language. Then differentiate between experienced and newbies. You know, there are people who are running around for some time, they know a little bit, they've done business with other people before, so they know a little bit about what you can offer them. But there are also people who don't have a clue what you're talking about. So if you know the differentiation, if you can differentiate between them, you can speak their language. Explain your estimates, show the costs, show where you have to do some stuff for them, show them where your hours are, so they understand really what you are doing for them and how you come to what you're charging them. Just cut it into small pieces, tell them it takes me several hours to set it up, several hours to make it work, several hours to maintain, etc., etc. But explain, be and same with information. Be brutally honest. Just tell people really down to the last comma if they want it, what you're doing with them. Perhaps there are people who aren't interested at all in what you're doing, but try to make them understand. I've got some customers, they are not really interested in what I'm doing for them. They're just happy what I show them and they're paying me every month, whatever. And there are people who just want to know exactly what you're doing and why it's. So just tell them it. No problems. Be sure that you show them exactly what you are doing. I've got this customer. He came to me. He was in an. I'm doing his AdWords now for him. He was with another company, and they charge him a lot of money every month. And every month they send him some kind of a spreadsheet, and with the results, and that's it. He didn't know how they set up the work, what they did for their money, how it worked, etc. So I set up his own AdWords account with everything inside. I told him exactly how it worked, and he doesn't really want to know, but now he's in control. He can do his own stuff, and he's very happy with me, and I'm doing the same kind of work for less money, and he has all the control. So he's so glad he can do this. Ask questions. Same thing. Just ask the people what they want. Make sure that you're on the same level. Be sure you understand what your customer wants from you, and be sure you can deliver what he wants to. And if possible, make a comparison. Why not? Just tell what you're doing and how you're doing it and why others do it the other way, and make it insightful. The same, provide examples. The same as your portfolio. Don't show off, just explain. Even you might even do some break down the steps, show in small portions what you're doing and how you're doing it. Explain all the decisions you're making in the process. Let's say you're setting up an SEO account, so first you have to do some keyword research. Explain why it is important and tell them it's about so many hours to do this keyword research, so many hours to do the optimizations, so many hours to do the analytics, etc., etc. And show it also from different perspectives. So tell them what he has to expect from it and why you want to do it the way you're doing it. So he understands both ways. This is a little bit of what I told you before. Just educate about the business, educate them a little bit, tell them a little bit about how the things are going, how the horses are running, so they understand what you're doing then. And the same is with the time, the knowledge. Offer your clients suggestions. Offer them. Let's say you can't do this stuff, but you can always do a suggestion how to do it better, or perhaps you've got a colleague who can do it for them, or you can do it together. Just do some education. Also about limitations. Be sure that you can do the job, and be sure you can do it in the time that's expected. Don't beat around the bush. Be brutally honest, as I told you before. Just tell them what to expect in what time frame and what it will be ready after this time frame. And if it doesn't match, okay, but just be sure you're on the same level. You can tell them what your added value is for their business. You can easily tell them, well, I'm going to charge you so much money, but it delivers you whatever. And manage your expectations, the expectations of your client. Of course, you always try to top the expectations, but be sure that your client understands what he may expect from you, what the added value is, and how you're doing it and why you're doing it. And in this case, you never can go wrong because there's never a misunderstanding. I've had some clients and I was sitting with them and they said yes to everything I told them. And at the end, it went right for about a month or 2 months, and then it went away to someone else because we were leveling. And I thought, well, everything was okay. And I forgot to ask the questions. I forgot to ask if they understood what I was doing. And at the end, they weren't connected anymore, so they weren't satisfied with what I was doing and how I was doing it. And I simply forgot to educate them and simply forgot to have them on my page, on my terms, on my level. And that's a waste because it costs you customers, it costs you money, it costs you a lot of, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. And there are a lot of ways to provide this kind of stuff to your customers or to your prospects or whatever. The resources you have is quite simple. It's not really simple, but the resources there are. Simply explain, and don't be shy and don't be bothered to explain again and again and again. If they don't understand it, just do it again. Try to, and if you know you're not the guy who wants to do this because you're a tech guy or you're not into the customer support stuff, just send someone else who can do it all over again. It has to be simple. And as this colleague of mine asked me to talk to his client, you can ask another colleague of yours to talk to your client and show them and tell them what you're meaning. And in this way, you can educate, explain, and make sure things go smoothly. These are the things, yeah, it's more or less content marketing. Show your clients your blog, show them your site, make use of video, so they understand what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing this. And you can always send them before you're on table, you can tell them, well, go there and there, then you can tell what to expect from me, and then you have a meeting, and then there are no surprises, and you're more or less known to each other. Things about newsletters, just share your information, share your content, share everything you know. There's no point in hiding stuff. There's no point in taking things for yourself or hiding things for yourself. Again, as I told before, be brutally honest. Nobody is going to walk away with the knowledge you have, because everybody is so happy that you are open with them and share your information, that at the end they will tell you, well, I know how it is and how it works, but at the end they're so glad that you're doing their stuff and doing their stuff right for them, so they won't leave. I always deliver all kinds of products, and I tell people how to do it themselves. I show them how to do it themselves. At the end they say, well, I don't have the time for it, I don't want to do it, you do it for me, and that's okay. So it's always profitable. It's a profitable way of doing business. Reporting. This is one of the things. I always set up accounts for my customers and I send them reports. I even send them reports from their own analytics. I set up their analytics for their website, and they can log in and they can have insights and everything they want to know, but they are not doing it. They just don't have the time, they're not interested, they don't know how, they forget about how to go there. I set up a monthly or a weekly report. I send it to them, and they're happy with it. And this is, yeah, you stay in touch and you maintain the relationship. You're showing them what your value is, and they're happy with you. Again, comparisons. Compare yourself with others. Compare yourself with your colleagues, etc. Use content marketing in general. Content marketing, it's a thing from now, or let's say the last year, everybody's talking about content marketing, but it's not really new. It's your way of telling people what you know and what they can expect from you. So it's, yeah, nice thing to use, and it helps you educating your customers. Are there any questions yet? Am I so dull, or am I so clear, or is it everything quite... No questions yet. Okay, I go on. From my experience in this field, what I always do, what helps me with all my business, I'm setting up all the accounts with my clients. As I told before, when I'm going to a client, let's say I'm doing his AdWords, I'm setting up the account together with my client. I show them everything they want to know. I tell them everything, and I tell them twice or even more. And I show them how to switch it on, how to switch it off, so they are literally in control of the whole thing. No secrets, no backdoors, they are in control. Same with analytics. All kinds of information about the tools. Do it together with the customer, and he will be glad that he understands why you do it, how you do it, and in the end they tell you, just take care of it, I'm happy with it. Sending info, calling afterwards. If I work for a customer, I come across an article about his business or her business, or some kind of report or some kind of other information, I always send them the link to the article, or perhaps some highlights of the article, just to stay in touch, just to tell them I know what you're doing and how you're doing it. I'm interested in your business. This is how I maintain my contact with my customers, and show them what I know about their business, and show them that I care about their business. More or less, controlled version is the reports and supports. So I always try to maintain some kind of an of support thing. That could be 1 hour a month, or 2 hours, or a week perhaps. So you always stay in touch, and you always touch base, and always try to, yeah, to stay in. And if something changes with your customers, you can always adapt, and adapt fast on it. This is now the holiday season's coming along. I've got some clients with restaurants. I've got a guy who sells wine. We said 2 months ago, and we were thinking about the whole Christmas and the whole holiday season. And while I'm supporting them for their regular stuff, the holiday season pops up, and all of a sudden they want me to do some extra stuff, because they want to do scoring, they want to sell seeds, they want to sell their wines, they want to sell their stuff in the Christmas season. It's a beautiful thing. They know you're interested, and they want you to help them doing their thing and make their business run. Same thing. For instance, I just there was this ebook from BeagleCat with interviews of people on our business, and they published the ebook, and I downloaded it, and I had some prints made out of it from all these interviews. I had it printed for a few bucks, and now I'm presenting it to all my customers for the holiday season instead of a bottle of wine. So they have a little insight in what I'm doing, and how I'm doing it, what my peers are doing, and they understand a little bit more about the business, and they learn a thing or two out of the book, and everybody loves it. It's just like that. It's not hard, it's not difficult, it's easy, but it works. At least it works for me. And there's the same comparison tools, generating reports. It's a way of telling your customer you're busy with them. You take some time, you do the personalization of your reports, you send it to them, you call them afterwards, ask if there's anything else, and in the end they're happy with it. They know you take care of them. They feel acknowledged, and you stay in touch, and they are customers for life. Still no questions? As far as I know, some takeaways I can hopefully give you. It's about your client, always. It's not about you, it's not about who you are, it's about your client and how you can manage your client. And if you're treating that way with all your education and all your reports and all your information and all your wisdom, the client is first. It's always about a client, nothing else, nothing more. He pays the bills, and from these bills you can pay yours. It's just like that. It's not very hard. And again, if necessary, if you're not good at it, or you think you're not good at it, or you don't want to do it, find someone else to do it for you. It's too good business and too good an opportunity to have it laying around. You should always try it and see to make it happening and make a success out of it. And again, don't be shy. If you don't, it's not your cup of tea. It's not your cup of tea. That's no problem. That's for everybody. But you should try it in one way or another. Information sells. Whatever information it is, if it makes your client happy, it's good. But what information about his business, about his processes, about his online marketing, about his AdWords, about his everything, it's good for your client, it's good for you. It's just simple. The knowledge and the information you can sell, it's huge, it's enormous. And you know, it's better and more profitable to upsell to your customers than finding new customers and get them into become a customer, etc., etc. So think about it when you're talking to your clients. Perhaps they're nagging, perhaps they're annoying, perhaps they don't understand, perhaps they don't have a clue. But if you tell them and you help them, you educate them, it's worthwhile. Believe me. Take the time, it's an investment. Take your time, take the time of your clients, spend some time. Don't charge every hour you're sitting with them. Just invest in the relationship, invest in the education, invest in the relationship, and in the end it will pay off. One way or another, perhaps not at this moment, not let's say in the first few months, but in the end it will pay. And if it doesn't pay with his clients, he'll tell other people that you're a good guy and you're educating him and you helped him, etc., etc. It's not very hard, it's not very difficult to understand, but invest, just do some plant the seeds, and you get a crop. And this is what, one of the beautiful phrases about education. Amateurs get frustrated, professionals educate them. Try to live by this rule, and it works just like that. Okay, this is my cup of tea, my cup of few words, my things. No questions? Nothing? Okay, Maria.
Hello, GJ. I am back. You can hear me, right?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect, perfect. Just let me also double check if there aren't any questions. I'm checking in the box where there should be questions or any raised hands. Yep. No. Apparently you were crystal clear, GJ. Yep.
Or just dull, or just dull.
No, 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 no. I think I was just listening to it and had a chance to tweet about it as well. There were some definitely good underlines there because sometimes people either get too caught up in work or they're trying to get to the goal they set up for their client that they forget to properly communicate and keep the client up to date with what's happening. So this way, he's also kept in the loop and he can understand the entire process and the efforts behind doing the activities and the plans you had envisioned for his purpose, for his goal. So it was very nice to have you really underline that, because I think, yeah, most of us forget, or we think that everybody understands very well our business. Well, that's not the case. Our clients, either they're specialized in other domains, so they don't have enough information in when it comes to SEO or to digital marketing for that matter. So it's nice to keep them in the loop and to take the time to explain in a language that it would be easy for them to understand what's happening exactly when we're uh, when we're working for their interest. Yeah, yeah, it's
That's a
really
beautiful recap.
well, thank you. I was listening here, and seriously, I'm learning from each and every one of these webinars, and
Mhm.
I'm really thankful for all of the speakers who took their time to share these ideas with our listeners, and including me. So count me in there as one of the. I have a note and a pen, so I've been noting things down as well. Yeah, I'm a
Mhm.
regular listener, all right. If there
Okay.
are any other questions, this is the time, guys, to ask them. If not, we're always happy to help you out. I know DJ is as well. He's always on the frequency and ready to answer any questions. Just one last double check. No, yeah, no raised hands. There are no raised hands. Yep. If anything again comes up, we'll let you know. And
Mhm.
if not, if because I know some people couldn't make it to this live broadcast. We will have this. This is being recorded, so we will have this sent to all of the registrants. So don't worry about that. Again, thanks everybody for attending. It's very nice to have you along with us. And GJ, always a pleasure. Thank you
Okay.
for
Thank you very
taking
much.
yes, thank you for taking your time to share your ideas. I'm
Mhm.
sure we're gonna see each other in the future. You're
We
always
will. We will.
you're always cooking up new ideas, and we're happy to listen and to learn from you. Well, since the holidays are getting closer, I think I should wish everybody happy holidays. Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
gonna see each other at in 2 days. Actually, that's a very short time for our last webinar for this year, for Stephen Kenwright's webinar on
Mhm.
mobile apps versus mobile web.
Cool.
Thank you again. Thanks everybody. GJ, have a lovely evening,
I
and
will. I will.
we will talk soon.
Okay. Everybody, thanks, and see you one of these days.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thank
Ciao.
you, everyone. Ciao.